Left to a plaintruth.info, man. We're just surfing a wave, right? Go get the last drop. And that's according to a Harvard, a Harvard scientist, man, biologist, geologist. America's the old world. We're talking John Louis Rudolph Agassiz. First born among the continents, right? And this can only make sense on a flat plane, not a round ball. That's why orientation is so imperative. At first born, now you can see as the water is receding, the lands that are popping out first is where civilization is popping off first. And that's a body bag for the illusion that it's out of Africa theory, because now you got to prove that they're on some higher elevation, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got the highest mountains popping off here, the biggest trees, tallest tree, everything's popping off, it's letting you know, man, that this is firstborn among continents. And we don't need a Harvard scientist, Harvard, professional, biologist, geologist to let us know, if we know orientation, that not all land is going to appear out of the waters first. So surfing the wave, with this Harvard biologist and geologist, is America the firstborn continent coming out the water? That doesn't make it better than the other places. We saying that it's all connected, it's all happening. Africa, America, all these lands, plus many more lands are still connected. That's one body, right? You don't got to separate the body. We're not in competition. We're just in an investigation to get clarity so that we can all be on the same page, right? The same flow. And stop putting each other down if we say we're indigenous. Say, oh, well, you just trying to run from your Africanness. Nah, we saying this is ancient Africa. This is ancient Egypt. This is the firstborn continent out of the primordial waters. Everybody should get down with that. Everybody should be seeing clearly. So you're not running from America on the flip side. Anybody running from Africa and our African heritage? On the flip side, y'all are running from your ancient India superior Amaru Khan, Kalelu's royal Israelite heritage that popped off right here because it's firstborn. That means Mount Ararat, Noah, all this stuff is happening right here, popping off. And this is where this Atlantis flow is connected to. We keep asking the question, did Leviathan sink Atlantis? I think Leviathan could. You're talking Levi, Hawa's dragon, the creator's dragon. We popping off, man. Are y'all with me, man? I'm just popping off right. I'm reaching maximum pop offness right now. Y'all with me, man? You think this is irrelevant, man? Your orientation? You ain't got time for it? I enjoy popping off with you, because if it wasn't for you, I don't know who I'll be popping off with, my niggas. Niggas got so many defenses up. Niggas been so hurt. Niggas been so scarred in their life. They ain't trying to, really hear nothing, right? They just want to tell you everything. It's just so hard to reach through so many layers and thick, what I'm saying, thick mounds of wingwang to try to reach Nagas. But something about this frequency is really reaching the Naga, though. Somehow it's easier to connect certain elements of this investigation, and it should get easier. I like to compare things a lot with martial arts, like a sidekick should get easier 7 years later after doing sidekicks for 7 years. You know what I'm saying? You weren't able to hold your leg up like that at first, but now you got higher. You over there, man. You got a bladed foot, man. You out of here, man, right? So explaining something that seems so complex should get simple over time, if it is being validated, you know what I'm saying? If the water's flowing, and the water, when it comes to the ancient love song, is always going to be flowing. Allah, wow. So we're talking firstborn among continents. America has been falsely denominated new. In other words, there ain't nothing new about America. This is the ancient firstborn world. Hers was the first land, dry land lifted out the waters. Hers was the first shore washed by the ocean that enveloped all the earth besides. And while Europe was represented only by islands rising here and there above the sea, America, Atlantis, already stretched in an unbroken line of land from Nova Scotia to the far west. Far west. Who was Prester John? They found you in the far west, which is really the far east. You know what I mean? We're just talking orientation. I'm not saying literally this is east and literally this is west. We know that we have our own indigenous orientation. We know that east and west is really clockwise and counterclockwise. North is the center and south is everything outside the center. You know what I'm saying? Away from the center. You're talking the whole entire Antarctica is south, but it surrounds you, right? So all that is south. East and west is clockwise, counterclockwise. North is the center. Your compass is always going to point to the center of this landmass, this particular earth pond, right? So firstborn, my naga is firstborn. So I'm just saying. Look at this, man. They over there freestyling and profiling the Gibson girls on what could be the Mount Ararat. This is like a museum artifact to them, right? Because to you, it'll just be like a mountain unless you knew that it was a holy place, a significant place. Naga, this was a destination, right? This Pilot Mountain. And why would it be called Pilot Mountain? Pilot Mountain. Who was piloting, right? I'm gonna have fun digging on this, man. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna see so many coincidences that you're like, nah, man, like it's gotta be the spot. I mean, why would they call it Pilot Mountain, man? They gonna have all kind of their reasons, man. But just think about it in terms of a ship. Talking ships. A ship has a captain, or they might call a captain a pilot. All right. Or Noah's Ark is like a spaceship. I'm gonna go there because my knock in the back of the class was like, hey, drop. This could be a spaceship. From my knock in the back of the class, I hear you, man. This could be a spaceship, all right? You know what I'm talking about, ship, man. It could be a boat or it could be a ship in space. Either way, there's ships in space. And then they made it a state park like they do all our other, sacred places, like Grand Canyons. They got to get paid. Now they ain't getting paid. Now they got to get paid. You got to visit, pay some admission fee. Hiking trails, places you can go, places you can't go. They got Little Pinnacle. They got Big Pinnacle. Pinnacle, right? All right. Man, they popped off fireworks, man. To celebrate them, turning the place into an amusement park. In 1967 needed to raise over 300,000, which would be 2 million a day, or in 2017, to attract matching grants to establish the state park. The organizers held a huge event. Of course, they came with their cash and said, hey, either way, this got to be off limits. There could be places they can go. There could be places they can't go. You know what I'm saying? Complete with fireworks atop the mountain. Man, so they just popped off, man. Look at this, man. Hijack City. You know, the ancestors turned over, man. Just, what the Fizzy? What the Fizzy? Pilot Mountain today. So, they're gonna show you some stuff, but they ain't gonna show you really anything, you know what I mean? Most of the best pictures taken on the pilot are taken from the overlook of the top of the little pinnacle. Alright. Okay. Looks like, oh man, where's the homie mud flood, man, university, man? We gotta look into this mud flood, man. Mud fossil, man, you know what I'm talking about? Pilot Mountain routes to the top. So you got all these different routes to get to the top. The route was used by almost everyone right from the start. At first, a rough trail with hand and footholds, then the use of ladders to bridge the worst parts. Later, several wooden stairways were built. If you look closely, you can see the last one, which began here, continued here, leading to the trail summit. Popular routes to the summit before climbing on the big pinnacle was prohibited. Oh no, you can't climb over there, bro. Certain places they gonna show you, some places they ain't gonna show you. Old pictures. Man, you got a tree stop popping off here, man. That's all I'm saying. Alright, man, so, hold up, man. We're about to get into it. This is just the intro. First, fair use in your caboose ball. We're gonna look at some things, because we researching. We are teaching and doing some scholarships, so good people at YouTube and my knocking behind the scenes at YouTube, make sure we straight, all right? Just make sure we good. Because it's MHOE, man, most high over everything. All right. Let's go back. This is Pilot Mountain, 1942. I love the Kipper Cat 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm gonna let it play and then I'm gonna bring it back. Just meditate on it. Hijack, so you hijack it. Mount Ararat, man. Looking for Noah's Ark. Hijack City. Like a hijack feast, man. Go hang a knot. Wanna go shoot them an engine. Do hijack things. Making money off our complete forgetfulness, man, of who we are. But don't fall, hijack. Don't slip off the cliff, hijack. Don't go crazy. I don't see no hiking boots on you, hijack. Don't fall like that. We wouldn't want that like that. Over there climbing in dresses, man. Straight hijinks. Blowing their cigarette butts all around sacred land. I mean, by this time, their grandpas, their fathers have done so much killing, it is what it is. They feel they can just walk around and do whatever they want to